Welcome back to ABC 7 Extra Sunday. Our focus tonight is on the Socorro School District, which has been under conservatorship by the Texas Education Agency for the last 8 months. Our guests are TEA conservator Andrew Kim and Socorro School Board President Michael Nakata. All right, let's talk now, gentlemen, about the problem with the improper graduation of 276 students back in 2019. Mr. Kim, how does something like this happen?
Once again, when you have over 45,000, 46, 47,000 students and keeping track with all of those things, that's a very difficult task. And once again, it's about tightening up the systems. I'm not necessarily here to necessarily point fingers about what occurred, but what the district has done at this particular point has been remarkable. In fact, what they have done to actually account for those and also do analysis on a yearly basis at this particular juncture going forward is, in my opinion, a model that I think school districts elsewhere will copy. And I think out of something, unfortunately, that was challenging and perhaps not a great situation, there's now a stronger position now for the school district that I think it can be a model for elsewhere. And once again, this is an element of human endeavor to make sure that our students are graduating in time, keeping up with all the work that needs to be done, the paperwork behind the scenes that needs to be done. And so ensuring that we have great systems and processes in place is the paramount situation. And now when you look at what we have here today, it is absolutely one of the best, in my personal opinion.
Now, Mr. Nakata, this is actually your second time on the Socorro School Board. You were first elected to an at-large position in 2009. You served until 2019. You were re-elected in May of 2021 to an at-large position. When did you replace David Morales as board president?
I think it was shortly after my re-election that the board voted to appoint me as board president.
All right. So when did you first learn about the issues that were connected with the improper graduation of the students?
If I remember correctly, it was shortly after being reelected. Thinking back to the event in 2019, it was the school district who reported the lapse, and yes, it did become part of a TA investigation. But we've taken many steps since then. Mr. Kim referred to some of them there, and also we have not had a repeat of an error like that.
Okay, but I would think that if the district's internal auditor is giving you a report on the situation with these students, there should be alarm bells going off all across the board there. Is the board simply just looking the other way?
No, sir, not at all. And certainly the fact that we took immediate steps, immediately implemented an action plan, and immediately rectified the situation demonstrates that.
Yeah, and I'll just say that once again, certainly, we're in a position, of course, looking backwards and trying to figure out what it was in 2019. But I think that what's been done since, I've come to understanding of the situation is that the work has already begun way before the conservators have arrived. And I think that's, once again, a kudos to the district in terms of taking on the accountability and the responsibility of making sure that this is done right. And I will tell you right now, this is one of the primary things that certainly not only are we here to look at and examine, but the district has done a great job. In fact, they have several different now folks dedicated to not only this aspect of the job, but also working with the entire campuses to ensure that it's not just a evaluation or accountability at the high school, but also at the middle school as well too, ensuring that students are not only graduating properly, but also they are attending properly. Attendance matters certainly in all of this. When students are not in the classroom, they're not learning and thus not graduating in many ways. So those are things that I think that now it's not just about addressing one aspect of the issue that we're talking about here. Now it's about addressing all the different things that actually is directly, indirectly tied to that issue. And that shows you a lot of comprehensive accountability that the district has taken on. And I think that's been a fantastic work here so far.
So, Mr. Kim, would you say that there is pressure on school districts from the state of Texas to maintain a high number of graduates that might lead a district to falsify or misrepresent information on a report to the state?
No, no. There is not. Every district in the state of Texas is working extremely hard to ensure that every student is properly accredited, graduating on time, with not only at the highest standards possible. This is the work of every high school, every educator, counselors, PEMS coordinators, and everyone that's involved in that, and certainly our parents as well too. So I think that the accountability is on all of us to ensure that it's not something that the state has to put on that. It's actually something that we should all own in making sure that all of our students graduate not only on time but with the highest honors possible.
Still ahead, what the Texas Education Agency's investigation revealed about a Socorro District trustee and a conflict of interest. You're watching ABC 7 Extra Sunday.